Late Soul, be mad at me if you want. That's crazy. Alright. Sure. Stuff. Okay. I'm sure I'm very all out Late Soul. Okay. Yes. Great. Wonderful. Yes. Wait, did I seriously misspell a word in the title? Did I get autocorrected? My computer's autocorrect is dumb. It literally is. Oh my gosh. Okay. I go and type it the right way, and it autocorrects it. I fix it, then it autocorrects it again, and it's just not good. Okay. Here we are, closed list online tournament, playing Luxray control. Alrighty. Let's get it. We are up against Miraidon the first rounds. Let's go. My list is correct. I believe it is. I hope it is. Man, it's been a minute. It's been like 10 days since my last Luxray stream. I could just say how much I despise Standard. This is the only fun deck right now. And I'd be telling the truth. I love Standard. Yes, but welcome everyone. I'm a mess as usual. How's my day? Oh, it's fine. It's a beautiful Sunday. For other luxury streams, nah. It happened multiple times. I don't know why it always autocorrects it. The 3 miss technology. I forgot about that. Shoot. Hopefully I don't get farmed by Reggie Drago. But also I do lack knowledge of the SFA format, so yeah, just unfortunate. I was turning yesterday. I went to a league challenge and I got first place, so that was sick. Because I was playing under a fake account earlier and I forgot to change my flag. I have Smurf accounts all the time. Okay, here we are. Yeah, I should be. I just forgot to update it. Alright, yes, we have Cleffa, we have an extra Buddy Poffin, we have Misfortune Sisters. Just trying. I really do not want to play Noivern. I really want to play this deck. I really want to be able to beat Raging Bolts, at least semi-consistently. And I really do not want to have to play Noivern. So I'm trying to play like as flexible cards in my deck as possible. Like, because I just want my deck to be neutrally good into everything, because this format is so wide. I just want to be yeah, I just want my deck to be good. Like, I don't want to play cards with narrow use cases, narrow whatever. I just want to play a good deck. Yo, what's a booster rooster? What are they for Baltimore? I mean, I'm chill with control right now. I just like, there's still some stuff. Typical Forest Fraudstone behavior. Ah, yes, we are so back, chat. We are so back. Forest Fraudstone never left. This is chalk. All right. I don't know if they play Judge or not. I probably still do want Genesect on the board. Oh, sad face emoji. I don't even have. Okay, I have the 10-2 bird. It's fine. It's fine. But honestly, I'm like really. I don't feel great about Baltimore right now. I'm not like super enjoying the formats. I don't know. Just like if you take like the top four, like the 4 big bad aggro decks, everything just feels really mediocre. But also playing the aggro decks, just those. I don't want to say mirror matches, but like the matchups into each other, they just feel terrible. Like they're basic, they feel like a lot like very, very luck based. Like whoever wins a coin flip takes the first 2 prizes, essentially just wins the game instantly, and then that's not really a. I don't want my entire day to be a coin flip simulator basically. So I kind of want to stray away from those. But everything like underneath those decks feels pretty mediocre. I did play Banat yesterday at my league challenge, and it felt alright. It wasn't anything super crazy. But it's all right. So I mean, there's that. Yeah, Fezandipiti makes this format a lot less fun, in my opinion. They have the turn 1 Prime catcher on Rotom. Benching the Genesect does get them to burn Prime really aggressively, which is nice, I guess. I put Banette Guardy because in my experience playing the Dusk Banette deck, it's just super high rolly, and I'm not really, I don't know, it's just not like, it's Charm too, so my Luxray V can't even tank. Dude, this is chalked. This is extremely chalked already. Dang, bro, it feels bad. Like, I can't even really do it. Like, that's just what is infuriating about this. Like, I basically lost the game turn 2. And I don't think there's really much of anything I can do here. I can go for a Fang Snipe. I think my plan is going to be like reverse sweep with Fang Snipe here. Get them to burn their own forest. Reverse sweep with Big Lux, I mean. Okay. I don't need Cyllene. I don't think I have time to play an Arven either. Let's go get our Pidgeots. Frostlass Banette. I think I just played Dusk Banette before I played Frostlass. See, I'm gonna snipe here. I want them to burn their thing. Burn their Forest Sealstone. I really just want them to not be able to boss. Like, that's really the biggest thing here. Alright, we'll go Fang Snipe and kind of hope for the best. It's really not a great situation. I suppose I'll put board on Genesect just because, I don't know, maybe it's closed list, maybe they play Cyllene. But yeah, this is pretty miserable. I mean, we hit the boss, so they can't go switch boss. Their hand is a little awkward as things stand right now. I could go Arven, honestly. But, I mean, they have pretty good odds of top taking an energy. He changes today. I'm playing, what's it called? I'm playing Cleffa and Misfortune Sisters. The amount of games where you play it because a team, yeah, I know, right? This format just, everything feels super fast paced. I do think it's kind of comical that people are comparing it to the ADP format when that is just like, it's not really even fathomable. I can't even talk, but it's, yes, you can't even really, unless you played that format, you were in that format. It's really tough to realize how terrible that format was. Did you see Prince playing my control list? I did. I did have the chance to talk to Prince son. That was pretty cool. Or the world's list, it could be. Alright, they're gonna dawn here. Just like, my issue is they still have Forest Sealstone live. So I go knock out their Miraidon, and they go Fez, draw an energy, Forest for boss, game's over. Like, I don't know, I didn't do anything wrong this game. It's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of how this format feels. What's the ADP format? Yeah, sure, I can get you here in a minute. Okay. I just whiffed everything. Well, that sucks. Oh, I had Bear. No, I just lost the game if I bared. Yeah, I just lose the game. I can't. You know, I don't play Vacuum anymore, so I probably just lose to this Forest Seal. I think I have to pull up the Iron Hands, like double punch it. But still, it's just not a win. Like I need to like turbo my Pidgeot off the board or something. Yeah, this just feels pretty miserable. Oh, really? Oh, this is boss for game. Duh. Yeah. Yeah, what am I even thinking? Yeah. Let's lose. Yeah, that game felt terrible. I went second. I went first, and I didn't get a whole board full of guys, so I lost. Feels bad, man. Sure. That sucks. That's a perfect, like, textbook game of why this format is incredibly unenjoyable. But I guess going back to the ADP format thing, like, let me just pull up the cards and explain it, because if you haven't been in the game for that time, it just wouldn't make sense if I just said stuff like Mawile GX and Ultra Creation and yeah, it's just easier if I show things. Alright, that game sucked. But yes. The good old Arceus Dialga Palkia tag team, which its GX attack, which is basically a V-star power, made it so your opponent, or you could take an extra prize on all your attacks. And initially when this came out, it wasn't that great of a card. Like, it was paired alongside Keldeo GX, and it was just kind of a mediocre deck. It wasn't anything super special. But then when Sword and Shield came around, we got Zacian V, and that really broke the deck wide open, because Zacian has the same ability as Rotom, but even better because you can attach metal energies to it, and its attack did 230, or after Ultra Creation 260 damage, effectively one-shotting everything in the game, with a few exceptions. So this format, you can play slower paced decks if you want to. If you want to play Charizard, if you want to play Gardevoir, they're not the best decks, but they're at least viable. The ADP format, you had to play a fast deck, because single prize decks could just not beat this. Like, if ADP on their second turn went Ultra Creation, and you did not knock out, you did not take any 2-prize knockouts, the game would just end it instantly. And you really couldn't rely on your own Dedennes to set up, because then, like, those are 3-prize liabilities. That just makes the game go faster. You couldn't use your own Crobat or Dedenne to help you set up. So it was just an extremely miserable experience that gate kept, like, a lot of decks. Like, it took a long, like, really the only viable single prize deck was, like, a Baby Blacephalon, but that doesn't even really count because it had a lot of other single prize, like, not just single prize, like, it played, I mean, this one, I guess, isn't as extreme as some of the other ones were, but yeah, this is basically the only good single price deck. I mean, there was Spiritomb, there was Malamar, there were things that tried, but really the variety, I mean, you can just see how much ADP Zacian was there at the top. And it maybe, like, and I think some of it, like, it maybe wasn't, like, the most, at least initially, like, I mean, you see in this OCIC, there's none in top 4. It wasn't always the strongest deck throughout its lifespan, but it just gate kept everything so hard. Like, I mean, there was a Heracross card that, I mean, just look at this thing. It is terrible. This is what single prize decks tried to do to beat ADP. They would try to like, the big thing with ADP is they would use their GX attack, they'd accelerate a bunch of energies, and they basically had an unbeatable board. They had 2 attackers loaded up. Just good luck. So yeah, for one colorless energy, you'd be like, alright, I'm gonna shuffle in your ADP. I'm gonna deny you from accelerating all your energies, and I'm basically just gonna, I mean, you're gonna take 2 free prizes with your Zacian, hopefully, probably, maybe. But yeah, this is how down bad we were for ADP answers. It was truly a miserable time to be alive. I don't think, I hate to, like, I really try to be optimistic. I don't just want to be pumping negativity about why I mean, it's just Pokemon. It's supposed to be fun, right? Like, it's not supposed to just be terrible and get upset and all that stuff. But I mean, I don't think Stellar Crown's gonna make the format. It's not gonna change. If anything, it makes things worse because we have Terapagos, which would be another just deck that falls into the big beat stick, go fast, punch hard category. We have Palkia, which isn't quite as it isn't quite as, let's just say, like, narrow as some of these 2-price decks, but it is still kind of in that similar bucket of just 2-price hit hard, go fast deck. And maybe it's even more impressive because it has Radiant Greninja capability, Greninja Cologne capability. So, I don't know. I'm not super optimistic, but I don't like to be negative either. So I'm just gonna hope for the best. I really like Cremascoli's bird control list. I thought about playing it tonight, but I wanted to give Luxray another kind of chance. Like, I would really love to play Luxray in Baltimore. Like, I just want, like I said at the start of the stream, I just like want to play a neutrally really good deck. Like, I hate how kind of matchup dependent a lot of this format feels. And I just want to play a deck like, I don't know. It's like I want to play a deck where I feel like, yeah, maybe a lot of my matchups are pretty close. Maybe they're like 50-50, slightly favored, slightly unfavored. But I mean, I'm playing into everything, and I feel like my own skill as a player can kind of shine through in some of those games and help me get wins. Oh yeah, that Pidgeot control deck was sick. I didn't like play too much Florida Stalls. Was Luxray bad? I mean, it's just a slower deck, which is, it just sometimes get outpaced by other decks in format if it doesn't have a strong start. Yeah, it's basically just sometimes struggles to keep up with the really fast decks. Yeah, it's fine. What's funny is, even if I had Noivern in that game, I don't think it really matters. Like that last game against Miraidon, I don't know. I just love the way Control plays. Like, the adaptive game plans, the relatively balanced matchup spread, like, just the way your deck interacts with the other person. Like, you can use all kinds of different tactics and strategies to, even like, you can play into the same deck, but depending on how your opponent draws, how your opponent plays, you can really adapt your game plan into them. So you can play against the same deck, but really play into it multiple different ways, which I find very, very cool. That's kind of why I love this deck a lot. I've loved bird control a lot. But yes, it does, like, ever since Temporal Forces formats, I mean, I think it was undisputed, like, BAF in that format. Just control of some sort was just over. It was the best. Like it won LA. Like, I mean, there's so many different iterations of it did very well. I don't think I'm going out on a limb by saying it was the best second format. It's been kind of downhill since then. I did feel like it was better last format than it kind of showed. But yeah, it doesn't feel amazing right now. Recently got into the TCG and bought a Zapdos CX as Miraidon a pile deck. Yeah, Miraidon just got 3rd place at Worlds. It's a really solid deck. I think Path reprint would help. At least force decks to play stadiums. Which, I mean, I think when Area 0 comes out and everyone's already playing stadiums anyway to kind of compete with Area 0, the Path wouldn't be, like, as good as it'd be in this current moment. But it would probably help. Oh no, nice. I don't think the Mo Rotom does a whole lot. Just because, I mean, Mist Energy just blocks it, so I don't think it's very good. I think the Diancie is a better Rotom counter, or better Lugia counter. Yeah, Mist Energy just blocks the effect, so it's just not great. I think the Diancie is better to just rack rats. I mean, you have to play Sinnoh alongside it, which is just like, it's so many slots. So, like, at least the Diancie 1 energy, rat 1 hit. Even though it's a normal deck, I don't know. You're playing stall, right? I can just I feel like there are 2 Toad Scrolls tonight. Shit. Are there any stalls? Hey, what? There's not a single person playing Snorlax stall? Gosh, okay. I didn't realize that that's how it was. Control more interesting to play and control adapts to the stellar format. Will Buffon see more play? Absolutely. That Buffon with Glass Trumpets and the new Buffons, that's gonna buff control significantly. Potentially, Joseph. I just don't think people are gonna not play Regidrago. I mean, the deck is just, it is just too strong. Like, people are not gonna, I don't think people are just gonna not play it. Which Guardy always has to kind of be conscious of. Your Miraida matchup is not the best. Even your Moon matchup isn't the best. I mean, it's fine, right? But like, an early Judge could just wreck your day. Like, if they go turn 2 Judge Baby Moon hit, like, that seems kind of difficult. If they go first, or no, they go second. First turn Baby Moon Judge, I'm not sure you're doing that well into that. So yeah, I actually like Guardy's matchup spread is just kind of unimpressive. Like, you're playing a slower deck with a lot of tie risk. I mean, before you were kind of cool with that because you like had a really insane matchup spread. But I don't know. I mean, just like I said earlier, just like everything aside from just like the really fast decks just seems kind of mid. Yeah, I think Red Ninja and Miraidon's fine. Up in Turkey? No, I forgot to change my flag. I messed with it earlier and forgot to change it. I thought I did change it, but I forgot to. Error. It's a misprint. Hopefully this stream doesn't degenerate into just being a big yapping stream about how this format sucks, but yeah. I don't know. I find this format kind of boring. Like, there's deck diversity, but the decks just play similar. Like, Moon, Miraidon, and Bolt just feel like the games just kind of all run together and are the same thing. It's alright. I don't want to sit here and complain. Complaining sucks. Like, you clicked on this video because you wanted good vibes and fun, and not just someone complaining about how they're sitting in their basement playing Pokemon and their life is terrible. Which, no, we're not doing that. We're good vibes only. We're playing Pokemon. It's fun at the end of that. Wasn't fun, we wouldn't play it. Yeah, I think in Stellar, like, Buffon with the new Buffon is just so insane. Like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a big deal for control. I think bird control sucks in the current format. Stall is more fun to play. I don't think Stall is really that good. I think like, I mean, Stall, you have, I mean, you auto lose all the, I mean, you get your Drago's mediocre. You auto lose to Roaring Moon. You auto lose to Ancient Box. Your Miraidon's not great. Like, your bolt's alright, I think. Your Thorns isn't great. No, counter gain isn't Surging Strikes. The set after Stellar. I just like don't know why you'd play Stall. Like, to be honest, like, its match spread just also seems really unimpressive. Fourth final chance, bro. Yeah. Like, I feel like I mean, it's kind of what I talked to. If you haven't seen the Sander interview I did, the last video on the channel, we kind of talked about that. But like, if you're playing a deck with like a lot of tie risk, I feel like you should have. I feel like your matchup spread should be fairly impressive. Like, you should feel like I'm gonna be 1-0ing into a lot of things. But if you're taking like a lot of 50-50s and your deck is slower, then that just doesn't really seem good. Like, if my 50-50 deck is fast and I can finish 3 games, that's fine. I have no, like, that just seems alright. But like, if my 50-50 deck struggles to finish 2 games, no. in the NFL season. I think that starts next weekend, the week after. What are my top choices for Baltimore? I mean, I'd be lying if I said I was not considering Control. Like, it's the deck that I'm best at, so I'm not gonna just stop considering it. I'm like maybe a pivot towards the Cremascoli list from World, something along those lines that could be better than Luxray. Not entirely sure, but this list seems really good. I wouldn't copy the exact 60 because I do think a couple of the cards are kind of bad, but I mean overall I think it's yeah, I think it's pretty solid. I like Banette right now as well. I just don't. The thing that scares me off from Banette is your Roaring Moon matchup is not very great, and I did like Moon's been a deck in the past. It's a pretty American deck. It's a deck that's been, when it's decent, it's gotten pretty popular. So, bro, I wish Lost Box was good right now. I low-key, I was thinking about Lost Box the other day, but I was just like, I just can't play a deck that I just can't get myself to play a deck that just auto loses to Draco. I just can't do it. Ursaluna Valiant is pretty nice. I'm not sure. It's another thing that I don't know how good your Draco matchup is, but it is pretty cool deck. Yeah, I like Control. I like Banette. I just feel like both of them have kind of underlying flaws. But like, I really don't want to play one of those. I mean, I guess you could just call them the beat stick decks, like Raging Bolts or Miraidon or Roaring Moon. Like those decks, they feel like they're just like basically coin flip simulators. So I don't really want to deal with that. Like I don't want to just be like, oh, I lost a coin flip to this Miraidon. They went turn 1 Prime Catcher, KO my Squawk. It's just over. Yeah. So I really don't want to play that. Ancient Box is something that I kind of think would be, kind of nice, honestly. I've just not really enjoyed Ancient Box too much in the past when I have played it, so it's not a deck I'm like really excited to play, but it seems solidly positioned. I mean, there's just Drago and Charizard that exist. It's just like tough to get excited about Charizard. And even Regidrago playing a lot of mirrors doesn't sound fun. You're playing like, you're the most targeted deck in the room. You're gonna play mirrors and bad matchups a lot. Like, or not bad matchups, but you're just gonna have people being very prepared for you, which I don't know, it just doesn't sound like the best time. But I mean, like, kind of everything's on the table, right? Like the Control thing a couple days ago. Oh yeah, I did see that list. It was just like a Goofalot Mimikyu Cornerstone deck, I think. I forget what tournament it was. It might have been this Battle Park. Yeah. But yeah, I remember seeing it. This text does not seem very good, but I mean, bro made top 8, so better than I've been doing lately. Honey Brand's Banette Dust deck is really good. That deck is really good. I just hate how inconsistent it is. Like, it's like, it just feels very high rolly. Like when you get your combos, like especially if you can go like the double Dusk and Poltergeist in the same turn, it feels like unbeatable. But like when you're just like stuck there, just like Pokestopping and kind of just like floundering around, just like hoping to kind of like just trying to piece things together, but it's just not happening, like it just feels terrible. I don't like how uneven that experience is, but it's definitely a strong deck. Boot control. I just don't see how that deck beats good players. Like, I mean, okay, yeah, Autumn Thorns. But just Boof, like, is this really even beating Charizard? I mean, I don't know. You're beating Charizard, you're beating Regidrago. Yeah, I don't know. Even things look like Moon and Miraidon seem pretty bad for this. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Alright, here we are. We are big on Gardevoir. Just what I wanted to be seeing at 1. Alright. Oh yeah, that deck gets farmed by Lugia. Just Buvia doesn't sound bad. I do not think you beat Drago. You can't have boof, like, your deck is slow. So they're gonna be gusting your boofs like before you can get them powered up. I mean, you have to attack with boof 3 times for it to be good. And that's just like, how do you beat Gardevoir? How do you beat Lugia? That just does not make sense. That just does not make sense at all. I mean, one of Gardevoir's weaknesses is that it doesn't play the most energy, especially Psychics right now. But like, Boof's not tanking hits. Boof just dies right away. Yeah, it just seems... It seems bad. I guess you just hope that your opponent messes up and benches a bunch of things against you. But yeah, that just seems pretty... Yeah. What's absurd? Alright. Playing against Gardevoir. I did take out the Lost Vacuum, which kind of not great for this matchup. I took out Lost Vacuum and Manaphy. I wanted space for the other stuff, which definitely hinders this matchup some. I was hoping to be better than the aggro stuff, like everyone's playing right now, but yeah. I think another dynamic that makes this format fairly unfun is the whole first second dynamic, that your deck generally, like almost every deck, like they know they're up against like the Raging Bolts, the Miraidons, the Moons of the world. They want to go second so they can establish their board. But like also going blind second into a room filled with Regidragos feels terrible, because like they're gonna take apart your board. So it feels like there's like no winning. Like you either go first and you get farmed by having like a mediocre start against a fast deck. Their hand's not great. I'm gonna go with a Lux Snipe here, I think. Okay, let's Artisan, get a Shinx. You have to have the Luxray. Forest Frauds. I don't know, I'm a card short. Man. Feels bad, man. We're so close. It's fine. I'll just grab a candy, to be honest. Like, my hand's pretty good. Rotom's in deck. Get the Forest banked up. Yeah, we're still sitting pretty nice. If they're... Yeah, and if they're using not... Or for next time, like, they're playing Iono to try to break up this combo, they're not playing the thing. They're not playing... I'm playing Iono to break up my combo. They're not playing Arven to Evo. So it'd be alright. Yeah, I just hate how drastic the coin flip matters for on like both different ends. It's like no matter what, no matter which one you choose, you don't really feel that safe. I think that's kind of, I mean, yeah, it's another reason why this format doesn't feel very enjoyable to play, because you can kind of just sink or swim just depending on what the coin says. So if I do want to go to aggro Luxray play next turn, I am pretty vulnerable to a TM Devo, but I think that's all right. So I just want to be able to save my forest. But I would really love to be able to chase their hand, or be able to chase a Kirlia here. That would be extremely good. They're throwing things away, gonna probably get another Ralts. Oh, they play Greninja and are going for it. Alright, I'm gonna go after the Kirlia, or try to go through one of the Kirlias here. I think I can do it, because I can Ultra Ball Lumen. I mean, it's gonna be kind of a painful couple Ultra Balls here. I mean, let's just see what we get at the top. Ooh, okay, okay. I see you. I don't even need to Lumen here. How'd I see you, Doc? Alright, I was good. If Boss was Primus, I would have been very skull emoji for sure. I mean, the hand was fine. I could still Ultra Ball for fish, and life would have been okay. But alright, I can conserve my Forest Seal Stone. We can go after Kirlia. I mean, it's pretty obvious what they don't have a whole lot going on. Even if they do Devo me, I have the Forest to kind of fall back on and get my stuff re-evolved. So I'm feeling very good about this. This is interesting. They can't get immediate value out of Turos. They could out of Super Rod. So I think I take that. Yes. Oh, we pulled the candy for price too, bro. We're cooking. This is, I mean, yeah, they're probably gonna go Arven Devo here. We have the candy, we have the Forest. I top decked that Buddy Poffin. I mean, they could, if they're playing a second Evo, they could even Evo a second time. Like, that's kind of why I wanted to take the Super Rod away. So there's one less Curlia they could put back in, and also it sort of limits their capability of getting back Monkey Dory or Screamtail. Oh, the Unfair Stamp Devo play is pretty good. I did not put down Genesect. I didn't really have a moment to do that. And also I didn't know its price because it didn't see it earlier off at Artisan. We're cooking. We're cooking. Oh, I guess the Turo's now gone though. I didn't think about that. Okay, that is definitely slightly concerning for sure. 2 boss. Yeah, I don't mind 2 boss. Alright, they're gonna drag up my Rotom. They're kind of fine. That does basically mean I can't. If they're playing a double Devo list, I am like, we can't even think about that. It would just be too terrible. Wellspring Ogerpon. They still only have 1 Curlia. I think this is where we do pop the Forest. You get that Penny in here. I'm going to use the Penny. And I'm also going to get the Mist Energy on the Pidgeot, because without knowing they're on 2 Devos, it is really scary to not know. Oh no, I needed a candy, bro! No! All out throwing! Bro, stop. I'm classic all out Mickey moments. Bruh. Oh, I was like, yes, we get we don't have Luxray attacks, so it's a little hard to attack with Luxray without candy. Bro, I really want to go 2 drops so I can complain about how bad the format is. Y'all don't understand. I just want to complain. This is bad. This is really bad. And then a space for Monkey right now, which is pretty nice. But now they have double Curlia, like, definitely could be a Flutter main angle here for them. Yeah, this is just meta manipulation. I don't want anyone of y'all to play this for a Baltimore. I'm not out here trying to get y'all to like play a good deck. So I'm gonna keep throwing and get y'all to not play this deck. This is still a fine position though, like where we're at resource wise is okay. I am playing on the second Devo. It's not a throw. Watch them go E-Hammer second Devo, and I'm gonna be in shambles. Now next time we go Ultra Ball Lumineon Xerosic Snipe. Just get that mac and cheese involved. Ooh. Alright, they play an Iono, which is annoying, but it's not It's not Gust. We still drew Lumineon. Here's that Gardevoir EX. Oh no, did they hit it like that? Did they just raw draw into Gart? No, you did not. Bro, chill. Are you... Bro, what? Bravery Charm, Guard EX, and their second counter catcher? Oh yeah, this is over. Ah, you hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. No, it's fine. This is still winnable. Copium, this is still winnable. Did I pitch my other Pidgey? I think I did. This is winnable. This is fine. This is fine. Counter catcher. Let me get that Night Stretcher in here. I have the one candy left though. This is so grief. Yeah, this is terrible. How are we winning this game? I think this has to be Nest Ball for Fez then. Nest Ball for Fez. And I guess the Rescue Board. Bro. Man. That's just... feels... I can't do a whole lot with this. Not gonna lie. I can't really do anything with this. I mean, they do sort of have to go through the active. Which is alright, I suppose. I can't early grasping draw for anything. I guess we can put something on the Fez. We can bunch Ursaluna and attach anything worth pal padding back in. I guess we can do Boss and Penny or Arven, probably Arven Penny. I mean, hey, I played on the double Devo and got yeah, annihilated. The thing is though, if I hadn't admit, I also just played really bad and I didn't snipe Turo there. Like, if I had sniped Turo, I could still have a win condition here. I guess I still do have a win condition. I mean, this is an awkward position. I mean, it's still a boss. Like, that's just what sucks. Like, they still have just like a lot of good cards. I probably should put the on the Lumen because Fez already is a pretty high value Gust target. Lucky a Spafford coming back. I don't know about that. Maybe a Spafford Bennett, the sauce against Reggie Drago. The play might have. No, I need to Lost in this Drifloon. Or just knock it out and snipe the Rod. I mean, getting them to go on an odd prize here would be very nice. I mean, Spafford is annihilating Ancient Box. But, like, I'm not even sure your Turbo Moon matchup is that good. Because what if they just, like, go second, Baby Moon knock you out? Like, they don't even have to load up a Big Moon at all. Your whole deck is dependent on energies and stuff. Like, that just... Are they gonna commit 3 to a Flutter? Well, that's all their energies in play. Okay, this is definitely a troll. I can go Gust of Guardy Snipe, bait the Turos, trap Ninja and win. That's all 7 of their psychics. There's a second super out as well. Okay, this feels winnable. I feel like Moon could like fairly easily 2-2-2 you. Or go 1-2-2. I mean, like, yeah. They would have to load up a moon right away. I guess if you had some disruption, maybe it would be alright. I'm just gonna promote the Shinx so I can get myself some. I think I do have to be careful of. Oh, I need that Fez draw. I just need to hit Candy or Ultra Ball off of this Dippity here. I can't thin. My deck is not helping me. Grr. Well, actually, this might be fine. We can go Luxray here. Okay, let's go Luxray Retreats. Pull up the Guardy. Fang Snipe them. Honestly, what I think I like more, they're down double Stadium, which is usually what these Guardy lists play. I like the pull up Ninja and drop Wasteland, so then it forced them to Turo active rather than Turo and pick up a bunch of energies. Sure. So I hit the Turo here. There's no Turo in there. Well, that's rude. I don't think I mind an Iono. Ah, man. I needed that Turos. Yeah, that's... They top deck that. Stop rewarding this, bro. Skull emoji. Why are you helping them out so hard? That's. Stop it. Quit bailing them out. Bro, they like nearly had me. Wait, no, that's a massive toss again. I can drag up the Gardevoir. And they can't move it. They're out of energies. Unless they play second Turos, which is like not ultra. I mean, can you stop throwing? Because I cannot retreat the Fez because of the thing. Alright, I just need to draw one of the Luxray pieces here. Please, deck, please. I don't really need a Pal Pad. My boss and then discard. I mean, no, we just. Penny counter catcher. The counter catcher. Spectacular. But literally no other piece that I needed. So I think we just lose to Monkey Dory. Oh my gosh. That just feels disgustingly terrible because like. Yeah, I can't do anything. I mean, if I didn't play this game the best, but like they tried every single, I mean, yeah, they used every single opportunity they had to try to hand me this game. Dang it, man! If I draw anything off that like back-to-back Fez there, if I hold the Bravery Charm, I probably win. This feels bad. I don't like. I can't do anything. I mean, they've been playing bad all game, so I guess we can. Does the damage matter if I go KO Monkey? Wait, if I go KO Monkey, put the vest on. No, they still knock me out with Balloon Blast. Whatever. Let's just. Depression. Yeah, I'll make him show it to me because they have not been doing that all game. But like, come on. They like every opportunity they had, they threw the game. Like, I mean, to be fair, I played very badly as well. Like, I didn't play good enough to win this game. Yeah, I know they just won with Monkey there, but also they'd been trolling all games, so I didn't have anything I could play around. Like, if my Fez gave me candy. Oh, it's just infuriating. Cause they like threw like every opportunity they had, but it just didn't matter. I mean, if I would have held the Bravery Charm there, we probably win. And I guess if we're being honest, the Bravery Charm never makes a difference in the math, but it like put on Shinx, so I should have thought of that. Then we Bravery Charm Shinx, pull up Guardian. I mean, we lose to second Turos, but like, and maybe they always had that. They always had the second Turos. That's why they were. I don't know. I'm feeling extremely washed lately. This has been like my 5th bad tournament in a row. This is frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I don't know, this one, I'm definitely not playing my best though. Again, to be like, format sucks when I'm just playing badly. I would like, yeah, my opponent was out of energies. I literally just need to not, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess there's a chance they had second Turo and none of that ever mattered, but like, I mean, at Worlds the average Turo count was 1. Average, yeah, the average Turo count is 1. You played 2 Turos? Okay, so it wasn't a throw. I should have sniped the one. I mean, I played terrible. I should have sniped the Turo early. I mean, yeah, I just played terrible. Because they're really good at the game and can maximize the skill part of the game. Yeah, I just played that game terrible. Like, if I sniped that one Turo early, we probably also just win. Like, yeah, it's crazy they had both of their Turos in their 7-card deck, not in hands. Like, but yeah, I should have just played better. Yeah, rip. Yes. We probably don't have any shot of top 8, but I just want to like play some games of meaningful Pokemon because I feel like I haven't done that on stream here in a minute. I mean, that first round we had basically no shot. Like, we were never winning that game no matter what happened. But that game I definitely should have won. Even with the 2 Turos, it still should have just been a dub. I don't know why I sniped Rod. They always had Arven for unfair stand. Yeah. Oh well. It's alright. My level of play, I've not been very happy with my level of play here lately, so hopefully we get that smoothed out for Baltimore. Well, I really haven't felt like this. Like, I guess like control has just been so good for so long, and I feel like I really always had like, I don't know, I just feel like kind of like, I don't know, like lost without like a. I'll probably just start grinding the Cremascoli list, to be honest. I don't know. Just... yeah. Bro. We're even all at Timmy's 0-2. Unfortunate. Yeah. Overthinking your deck, not trusting your deck? I'm not sure what that means. I mean, yeah, what does that even mean? I'm never playing Iron Thorns in an online tournament. No 5-second stream. I will play till I lose again and maybe yap for a while. I don't know. I'll just sit here and vent because, like, I don't know. The game just. I mean, I vented last stream. Yeah. I just haven't felt this way where, like, I just, like. The last time I just, like, felt like the game of Pokemon was, like, I've, like, never had a problem playing Pokemon over and over for hours. But, like, I don't know, it just feels like not a format I find myself playing just like hours and hours of. I mean, that's why I'm not doing as good. But also, it just, I don't know. I should probably just suck it and get good. Yeah, I mean, it's not as good for control, that's for sure. Trying my judgment? I still don't follow. I mean, I'm sure being partially distracted does not help my quality of play. You still don't quite understand it? What do you not understand? Oh, not me, okay. I'm just confused. Oh, so basically how it was in the past was for regionals, you needed a 6-2-1 record to make it to the next phase, or 19 match points. So a tie was pretty acceptable. Like, if you could tie once, win 6 rounds, like it was fine. But now you basically need to go 7-2 or 21 match points. So a tie awards 1 match points, a win awards 3. So if you're trying to reach the 21 match point threshold in 9 rounds, you have to go 7-2. So getting a tie is essentially a loss. Like, it does not help you advance further into the tournament. Like, it is basically the same as a loss. So yeah, it makes, like, slower strategies. It makes I mean, yeah, like, I guess control for a while has been kind of a 50-50 deck, and it is sort of a slower deck. It has a reputation of being a slower deck. You can't really do gentlemen's agreements, so it definitely makes it a more, like, tie prone deck, which is increasingly bad in this new system, basically. So that probably does hurt control some. It also kind of depends on your build too. I mean, as long as you can win 1-0, it's not a problem. Like, I think his point was that, like, he's not going to build his decks differently. Like, he's not going to avoid slower strategies, because, like, as long as you can win 1-0, it's fine. Like, if like you retreat lock them for 35 minutes and there's no time for a game 2, like game 2 doesn't finish, that's just as good as a 2-0 or a 2-1. It's the same amount of match points, so it doesn't matter. But, like, yeah, if you win a 35-minute game 1, then you get donked game 2, then realistically the best you can settle for is a tie. So you sort of have to. So I'm winning this time. I'm not losing. No, it's not. Failure is not an option. I'm done losing. I like already lost enough times in one day. Why do you need 21 match points? That's just the system that they have. You have to get 7 wins to make it to day 2. They just, I guess, wanted to make day 2 smaller. But when I say a tie is basically a loss, no, a tie still awards 1 match point. But like, if you're, I mean, yeah, if you're 6-1-1 or you're 6-2, you still have to win your last round. That tie was 0 help in making day 2. That's what I'm basically saying. Like, if you're 5-0-2, you're 5-2, you're in the same spot. You still have to win 2 more rounds. Or maybe you could get an ID, but like, yeah. Like before, you would be sort of all right. I mean, tie, you never wanted to tie, but it was just like it was okay, like because like you were basically granted 1 tie, so it was all right. But now it's just not something that helps you. So that's really not something that's, yeah. Makes you gotta think about deck selection, because obviously there are things like Raging Bullets and Miraidon and Moon and Drago that are much less tie prone than stuff like Gardevoir and Charizard and Control and Stall. It's also like, I mean like those aggressive decks are already gonna be pretty high percentage. I don't know really how much it like affects people. Like, if you're gonna play Bolt, I mean, like, yeah, how many people are switching decks because of this new thing? I'm not entirely sure. All right, this hand's not great. Like, yeah, if you're playing Bolt, you probably were already playing it in the first place, but I guess there could be people who are pivoting over. I mean, yeah, I can definitely see the appeal to playing a slower, or not playing a slower deck. And maybe it's because I play fast, but like I never 1-0'd people with Control. It's like a lot of game 3s. Or I finished 2 games a lot of the time, so it's kind of scary. All right, we are not cooked yet. Let's guard. And I prize my Lumineon. Wonderful. Oh my goodness. Okay, we grasp for 6. Alright. That really does not help me at all. I mean, it does, but I'm really looking for a Candy or an Arven or a Heavy Ball or something. That's alright. I'm going to be top decks. Attaching the double, or the whatever it's called, double turbo is annoying. Can't one shot this Dory. I just shuffled a deck, so I must have prized their 4th Ralts. Kind of hoping for an Iono to be on it. What the heck? Their hand sucks. My hand sucks. Alright, I guess I'm getting Rotom here. I'm gonna grab Rotom. Let me Nest Ball for another Shinx. Or no, I should just Artisan. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. I could have drawn an extra card. It's fine. We don't need more cards. All right, there we go. Next turn, we can get Bird going. We can start doing stuff. Like, hey, if all games of Pokemon, like, you give me 2 turns to set up, I'm winning every round with Luxray. Why is that fitting with Artisan? You have basics in your deck, right? Okay. I'm gonna take them slow here. I feel good about the board state right now. I'm gonna continue to chill. I don't have space for a Genesect right now, which is a little annoying. But I'm just gonna go Mist Energy on Pidgeot. We're just gonna take things very, very slow. Donks back-to-back games. Yeah. So yeah, they're just drop passing. That's really, really nice. I'm gonna keep playing slow. I'm gonna get Penny here. I'm gonna Penny up Cleffa. I'm gonna bench the Rotom and the Escape Board. I'm gonna charge up again. And then next turn we start punching. There's still nothing on their board that threatens me, and my board is just like, it is stacked. They've had like 4 turns of top deck, but like, be fair, they should be thinning stuff out here. Come on. Finally get another Dory down. Alright, they did find something. I still feel pretty good about this. Like, by the time they do start doing things, it's fine, it's fine. Their online tournament series? Oh, it's obviously Blue Ditto. Goats. Not biased. Not sponsored. Okay, maybe that's not the truth. Refinements, they test the dark. There's gonna be a Mind Bends, but they do sacrifice a dark in order to do so. I would love to be able to boss out Curlia. I need a top deck. Okay, that's just what I needed. All right. I want to be like, oh yeah, game over, all that stuff, but I mean, we don't have Boston deck, so it's not it's not like that. But this is so an incredible spot to be in. Where's the Devo as well? I'm gonna take the Wastelands just to kind of deny things a little bit. Let's see what they have going on. I mean, Arven like now just becomes like a pretty unimpressive card for them as long as Genesect is on the board. Their hand is terrible. I'm gonna take the card EX away, make it harder for them to swing next turn. During his Psychic Energy Counter Catcher. Full Defiance Bands. Man, if I had bossed, the game would have just it would have been over. Yeah. Probably the Dory again. The top deck Super Rod. I don't know if I like that Super Rod by them though, because like they, at least right now. I mean, like obviously you want to play it or get sniped, but like you don't really want to draw Guardy or Dark Energy or Dory right now. Like you really want to see like an Iono or something to like kind of get things going. I mean, hey, never punish, unfortunately. Yeah, never punish, unfortunately. For that charm on the Dory. That's actually really annoying. A Silver Squall? I've never played one of their tournaments. Meep switching accounts like that is just crazy. You can seal cards here. Most turns happen like right in the middle of the day for me, so like it's just not convenient. If I had boss, they'd be cooked. It's fine. Do I? Honestly, I don't mind Volt Strike here. Just KO the Dory. Let's drop the mac and cheese here. And I don't think I mind Volt Strike. They throw in Monkey Dory again. I'm gonna Pal Pad back in. I'm gonna at least have one penny to work with. Get the Roseanne's back up as well. Let's get the Volt Strike going here. So I maybe could have Arven for Pal Pad and grab Roseanne for next turn. That could have been pretty solid. But again, now both their Monkey Dories on the discard pile again. Already burnt a super odds, so I mean, yeah, getting rid of Dory would be very, very helpful. I mean, it means I can follow up with a lot. Yeah, I definitely should have Arven for Pal Pad, not played the mac and cheese. But that's all right. They still have a lot they need to accomplish here. Like, Ultra Ball is really bad right now for them. They need a lot more than, like, just Ultra Ball for Guardi EX. Unfortunately, I don't have the Devo Punish. That would just be kind of devastating for them, honestly. Just, like, hit them, Evo. Oh, are they gonna go for an Evo stall play? No, they're not. They're just gonna... That's kind of interesting that they win Vessel Evo and they already like all the energies down. So that's kind of, I mean, I guess Arven, it can't get them too far. Like I can't get them Stamp. Their hand, like they can't Ultra Ball really because their hand is so small. So yes, that is definitely awkward. They throw an Iono away, so yeah, they're definitely sitting on some pretty valuable cards. Down triple Iono. There's that Ultra Ball. Sort of figured that was coming. Man, I'd love to have that new upper combo. So definitely probably could have played that better. That's alright. This is still alright. Throw away the counter catcher. Like Guardi EX. Literally all their energies in the discard pile. The Screamtail down. The double embrace that vault. Not that matters too much, but just damage on the board, I guess. Try again. Yeah, I think they realized. Calling me W. Sheesh. Alright, so which one do they use here? I guess they could go Roaring Scream and KO Genesect. That just feels really slow. They're gonna go in with the Screamtail. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what are they gonna do here? Oh, they're gonna kill Pidgeots. That's definitely not bad. Got first place in your cup yesterday with Miraidon. Nice. So I mean, Manaphy would be pretty good. That's 6 energies. I can't counter catch. I am in kind of an awkward spot now. If I had back, I've been playing bad today. That's fine. Man, how did we get here? We were doing so well. Life was so good. And now here we are. What happened? Why? How? When? This game is chalked. It might be. There's prize. There's very, very skull emoji. Huh. Alright, well. Classic Iono and Trust. So that's all we got. Alright, don't need that Wasteland. Yeah, we can put Defiance Band on Luxray. Alright, Iono, you got one job. Give me a gosh darn double turbo energy. Alright. Yeah, that's over. That's just all sorts of depressing. How did this happen? Why did this happen? Oh. Oh my gosh. Is that what I think it is? Throw? Very well could be. Man. Second super rocket, the monkey's back. Alright, so they're probably gonna do KO Fez here. The L and all up, let's all very real. Alright. I do not ask for much. I just ask that I top take a double turbo energy. I literally do not ask for a whole lot. Like, I am just... Thank you! I can play Pokemon! I mean, I still probably lose the game, but I get to play Pokemon, so... Now what do we do? So it's either KO active, which is... I think we have to go Punch Guardy, snipe either Turo or Dark out of their hands. KOing Screamtail and losing it doesn't really feel like a winning play, since they still have... Yeah. Iono back in there. Can still one-shot me no matter what. Dark Energy or Turo in there? You have a Turo in it. I know you do. Don't lie to me. Like you liar. Alright. Let's see if they can get there. Manaphy would be pretty good right now. Not gonna lie to you. So now I need to get back into Wellspring Ogerpon. I need to find my Penny. No, Wellspring's a discard, but I threw it away. That's right. We just top deck double turbo again. We top deck Penny actually. Top deck Penny of Shinx. Or I'll top deck DT. That's fine. I'm surprised they threw away the thing. Sure. Back-to-back double Terra Guardies. That's just... Alright, sure. Man... Closed list is annoying. I was literally just showing about how Presser Turo scenario is a 1.2 card percentage card in Gardevoir. Average Guardy has 1.2 Presser Turo. Oh well. Yeah, I really have no clue what I'm doing anymore. That's like my third bad stream in a row. Or that's like not even third, it's like a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4 bad Luxray runs in a row. It's cooked. I was never punished. I mean, it is what it is. They won, I lost. Man. I feel just terrible. But yeah. I don't know. What do we think? I sure don't know. I sure don't know. What happened? My opponents won and I didn't. Bad streak. I mean, it's a lot of not winning games of Pokemon. Yeah, I think yeah, I don't really know. Because even if I had like that first round, like let's just say I'm playing this list instead, that first round, I'm still losing to Mirai. I'm still not beating it. They KO my Rotom turn 2, KO my Pidgey turn 3. It's over. The next round up against Gardevoir. Double Turos. Like my only win con into Guardy is Retreat Lock. It just feels very exploitable. I'm not sure it's, yeah. It's like no Lost City in this list. I want to change about my list. Alright, let me just pull it up. Like, I don't know, we'll just kind of talk through everything. Because, like, I'm in the imported out alive. Let's see. Where we want to go here. We want to go here. We want to just, let's just import here. Please organize this for my brain. So here we are. This is the deck list. Let's see what happens. I mean, I lost 3 games of Pokemon. Just what it is. Like, what I always really liked about the Wigglytuff version of Control is just how neutrally good it felt. And I sort of appreciate that same quantity, or that same quality in Luxray, is that it feels like a very neutrally good card. And that's like, yeah, that's kind of why I like it. Like, I don't think, like, it's not a consistency issue. Like, I set up, I mean, I just basically lost a coin flip up against that Miraidon, and I had a pretty good turn 1. It was kind of cooked after that. So, I mean, I think the issue right now, and I've kind of talked about this before, is I think in the past, you've had a lot of really convenient one-card techs for certain matchups. Like maybe it was Mimikyu or Cloth up against Charizard. Your deck was just naturally very good into like Chen Pao. Like, basically, it didn't, like, you didn't have to devote a bunch of tech slots to beat everything, but in this current format, to like sort of beat the decks you need to beat, it's like each deck has a very specific package of tech cards you have to play in order to beat like pretty much every deck. There's not, it's like an easy, you're not just as naturally good into decks like you used to be, I would say. So it's hard because you don't have the space for everything. Like, you can't just like, like you could play Noivern, and you could play Manaphy and Mimikyu and like triple Mimikyu to beat Thorns, Vacuum, Lost City, Devo, or like you just can't fit everything. So like, I mean, that's, I guess, like the the thought process with Luxray is like, I know I can't fit everything, so let me just play the attacker in my deck that's just the best all around attacker, I guess. I think Wiggly's better in the regular. No, Wiggly TEF's terrible. Well, yeah, I mean, you just like, your deck was just so naturally good into a lot of the format. Like, if we just like, we take the time machine and we go back to whatever that was, like just even last form, a temporal forces format. You were very naturally good into Charizard. You were very naturally good into Chen Pal. Like your deck just had a lot of answers for Lost Zone, just the way your deck worked, Ancient Box. So you didn't have to devote such big portions of your deck for just kind of clunky tech packages. But that doesn't feel true anymore. And yeah, everything just kind of feels more convoluted and messy. So the thought process behind cutting Manaphy is like, Drago can't always afford to cure Mew anyway because it's such a steep resource commitment. But like, you need space. Like, I wanted to play Cleffa and Misfortune Sisters because those felt like they were helping me in those aggro matchups, which are always kind of troublesome for control, at least lately. And I mean, yeah, I got punched pretty bad. I faced a couple Gardevoirs, and Screamtail's pretty good. Like, I'm basically down 2 Gardevoir attacks to fit this Cleffa Sisters package. Like, I cut Vacuum and I cut Manaphy, which basically 2 Gardevoir attacks, and it was kind of unfortunate. We hit 2 Gardevoirs, and there can't be too many of them in the tournament today. I mean, there's 14. There's a moderate amount of them. So that's not great. Truthfully, I really do not know what to play for Baltimore. Before I felt extremely confident. Like, for NEIC, the entire lead-up process, I knew I was going to play Control. And I felt very good about my list. Like, I thought I was going to make a pretty deep run with Control at NEIC, honestly. And now I feel the opposite. Like, it doesn't... Like, yeah. I'm lost and confused. It's a tough time to be a Control player. Yeah, the deck's, at least the way things are right now, just doesn't feel great. I think that could be the approach. Luxray may just be too much. Be trying to, like, I just like I feel like Luxray, it is a lot of slots, but it's good into everything. But it doesn't, you don't absolutely like annihilate anything with it. Toad Control. No leaks, gamer, come on. You send me your controller yesterday, right? Place again. Like, I feel like just like the really basic approach like Cremascoli has, like, that could just be correct. Like, it probably is. Like, I mean, this deck, it just, yeah, it's just bird control. Yeah, maybe next stream we play this and kind of see where things are at. I don't like fully agree with every card on this list, but yeah, I do need to kind of just go back to the drawing board some and just kind of just work on things, because this is Alessandro Cremascoli's top 32 list from Worlds. And I don't think the Yakumo, I think that that's just very, very open to Lugia. The Lost City is a pretty good card right now. That's something I don't like that's not here. Yeah, I feel like your entire Gardevoir game plan is just like, please don't Turo, bro. Like, or just like, please don't refinement away all your stuff so I can bench, so I can Erica something. Or they just discard all their trappables. How are you winning? But I guess Gardevoir is not that big anymore. Maybe you just ignore Gardevoir. But then you're ignoring Gardevoir. You're ignoring Thorns. I mean, if we just go down the list, your Regidrago matchup seems fine. Like Cape Ogerpon destroys them. Your Raging Bolt matchup seems very sketchy. You're basically all in on the retreat lock plan, which can definitely work. But it's iffy for sure. Need to go aggressive at that point, but not having a good wall means they put on a lot of pressure. Yeah, what are you talking about, Liam? I'm confused. So it's supposed to be Lugia? Oh yeah, it's like you're basically ignoring Gardevoir, Lugia, and Thorns. Your Bolt matchup seems mid. Your Moon matchup seems fine. Your Miraidon seems mid. Like, sure, Mimikyu is pretty good. But like, there's nothing stopping Miraidon or Bolt from just turn 2 KOing Bird. And then your whole deck just crumbles. So, yeah, just like the more you just sit here and think about it, like this deck doesn't seem especially great either. In the Gardevoir matchup, after the trapples are gone, you pivot aggressive to take advantage of lost resources. I mean, that's fair, but like, you're only attacking in your deck's Bloodmoon. So they just sit there with Flutter Mane. You're just kind of stuck. Like, you can't boss and Penny. I mean, Flutter Mane's not exactly do it, but like, yeah, if you just sit there and pass, I mean, it's kind of. But you don't really want to be putting your Pidgeot in harm's way. Like, you don't have a vacuum, so you can't really punish the Drifloon play like you could with other bird. Like, I guess Cape Pidgeot is pretty solid, right? But like, you don't have Mana Feet. So like you can't just hide it on the bench after it tanks one hit. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Liam, and it definitely makes sense. I just feel like there's stuff missing from this list to make that strategy more like effective. But I like see the vision for sure. Like stuff like Lost City or Manaphy or the vacuum would go a long way in helping out that. Yeah. It's definitely, it's not great. It's what you have. Yeah, I just like don't see. I just, like, the more I can evaluate things, it just like doesn't seem like Control just has all that impressive a spread right now. It's just kind of sad. It hurts me to say. Control is my child. Are we forcing Pidgeot EX every regional this year if Control sucks? We just be Charizard bots. Misfrograph beats Moon, Dawn, and Bolt. No, it doesn't beat Dawn. I thought about that, but like, it does beat Dawn if everyone's copying Jesse Parker. And you can go caped, Frograph, 2-hit Raikou, 1-hit Zapdos, sure. But like, if they're not exactly net decking Jesse, like they're playing Raichu, or they're playing Iron Thorns, like even one other of those techs. Not even techs, just one of those cards that you're just kind of cooked. Or if they have Super Eye even. It just feels bad, like you're just not. And the biggest issue with control is you're just not naturally good into things anymore. That like before, your deck just felt so naturally good into everything that it didn't, like, you didn't have to devote as many tech slots to your deck. You could just play good cards, and those good cards were just good against everything. But yeah, I'm kind of, when is Baltimore? It's the second weekend of September, so it's 3 weeks away. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Control does not feel good enough, honestly. Maybe if I played the Cremascoli list more, I would maybe understand things a little better. But I mean, just looking at it and just talking through it, it just does not really seem ultra impressive. I gotta play Control for Balls. I have no clue. I just think the deck is just not, like, you were fine putting yourself through everything that, like, all the stuff that it takes to play Control. Because you beat everything. Your Master Paper is just so good. Like, you could fry your brain, but you took favorites across the board. But it's just not the case anymore. Charge Fire is a 6-card minimum. Yeah. And also Zard's, like, Zard control. Like, the biggest issue into the aggro matchups, like, you go first and you basically just have to open the nuts so you don't just get rolled. You can't bench Rotom, like, so you have to have a really good game without Rotom if you go first. Because you like, can't really afford to, like, 2-2-2 them. It's just like, it's not what your deck, like, if you're trying to be Zard and 2-2-2 things, why are you not just playing Charizard? Like, why are we still playing a control deck at that point? I'm not tilted. We're just trying to figure things out. Oh, she's like an 8-card package. Let's do addition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, sick. And maybe, all right, if you count the extra double turbo, so it's the same as Charizard. Yeah. $70 cards. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, you can build the control list that on paper does really well into the meta, but it's just a total pile. Like, yeah. I'm not super optimistic right now. Like, I'm gonna keep trying to make things work because, like, yeah, I like control. Control makes me very happy, but I really don't know what to do. I mean, Thornton is a good card, but there's just not space. Like, alright, like, there's, like, not a bad card in this deck. Like, there's, like, nothing in this deck that just feels like, yeah, that card's just not good. 3 weeks of Goldengo, right? I really don't want to play Goldengo. Like, I don't want to nerf the consistency of this deck. Like, Luxray is, like, the reason why Luxray is, like, super good is because, like, turn 2, it can be extremely oppressive. Either one-shotting or disrupting. So if I'm, like, taking away from that fact, we kind of stray away from what the deck does well. So I'm not cutting consistency, like, a card that helps me achieve, like, my deck's biggest strength. Wasteland is huge in the Regidrago matchup. It's like good against Raging Bolts. And it helps you play towards that Retreat Lock win con. I mean, just Fang Snipe plus Wasteland's good. You can deck for me? No, Lost. I know you're gonna say Focus Shark, just don't. You're gonna say Lost Tina, and I'm gonna mute you. I mean, there's not a lot of stadiums right now. So, like, if the first one doesn't get value, the second one's gonna get value. Like, play big basic deck and call it a day. But I don't want to be like playing a coin flip simulator in Bolt Mirror. Like I lost a flip in Bolt Mirror. They went first, flipped to catcher heads, knocked me out. All right, well, let's go next. This game's over. Like I really don't want to do that. Wings. Now we're talking. I think Thorns will not be that popular. What's been kind of an interesting thing to monitor has been Thorns has been significantly down in play rate online since it won, when like normally it'd be like the opposite. Like I mean, like Moon got second place and his play rate skyrocketed, but Iron Thorns won the whole thing and went down in play rate. And by some of that is, I mean, Iron Thorns is kind of in that category of decks that like no matter how good it is, it's like that toxic evil deck that people are not going to play no matter how good it is. But also like people are probably scared off it some because they feel like it's going to be respected, and when the deck's respected it becomes significantly worse. Yeah, it's not hard for a lot of the decks that Thorns like. I mean, like Raging Bolt's one of Thorns' closer matchups. Just plays Flutter Mane, basically destroys Iron Thorns. Like Charizard can play Canceling Cologne and it has a really strong time in Iron Thorns. Ancient Box always beats, not always, but has a pretty good Thorns. Moon has a pretty solid Thorns just as it is. I mean Guardian has solid Thorns as is. Miraidon can't really tech super well. I guess it could play a Cologne if it really wanted to. Drago, I mean, already has a fine time. I mean, yeah, I could go on and on. That could be true as well, where people are like, people are like not treating it like it was the real winner, which is kind of sad, but there's certainly people who are doing that. So yeah, I guess that it probably plays a part as well. But yeah, as things stand right now, I probably will not be playing Control in Baltimore unless Pokemon for some reason lets me play a 70 card deck. It's just, why wouldn't it be the real winner? I mean, I already talked about that whole situation. It's yeah, we're not rehashing that again. Lost Tina Auto Storms to play, that's true. Even 65 feels enough. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like not. I don't know. I like. It just doesn't feel right anymore. Or Wellspring over Mawile. I mean, like if you're looking at like this list here, having like a caped Wellspring destroys Regidrago. Like that's like kind of your whole, I don't say gimmick, but it's like your main core strategy in that matchup. So Mawile is like, if you go Cape Mawile, I guess that's an Ogerpon making a switch one-shot you. But it's like super cool because like if they do play their switch, they're just hitting you for not enough. You can play Penny, you counter catcher. Game is basically over. Like the 120 bonus HP is a massive deal. Like that's a lot of HP. Lets you tank a lot of things that Mawile can't. Here's a Lost Zone. I mean, sure. I was thinking about like trying to brainstorm some Lost Zone yesterday. I mean, like, I guess the thing is just like why? Like, why am I playing Lost Zone? Like, what is my, like, I'm playing a slower deck. which feels worse into this lower, or into this field that punishes ties. I'm gonna have to 1-0 or 2-0 a lot. So yeah, and then like if I actually like, you actually like look at it and you're like, okay, my deck is not necessarily the most advantageous into the actual structure of the tournament, so I bet have some pretty darn good like polarized matchups that I can just like dunk on. And like, I mean, your Raging Bolt, your Roaring Moon, those are probably all right. I can definitely see Roaring Moon, like, I mean, Moon hits you with an early judge. That seems a little sketch, but maybe it's okay. I mean, Regidrago, I guess, is just like the big thing that kind of jumps off the page. It's just like, I know that's gonna be the most played deck, right? So yeah. So if you play Turbo, I mean, you can call it Turbo Lost Fox, but you still have a ton of actions. You have a ton of actions and shuffling and thinking. So it's like, you're not playing the most amount of turns, but your turns are very long. It does feel like it's like a play of the BDIF tournament, and that's what I kind of just like. It just feels bad, but like, I mean, I think you're right. It just, I guess what I really appreciated about last format and even the last couple of formats is it felt like you didn't have to just like, why does it feel bad? I don't, man, I said this multiple times, but like I don't really want to play what, like the Roaring Moon, the Raging Bolt, the Miraidons that just like feel like they're living and dying based on the coin flip. Like that just feels really bad. Like I don't really want to do that. I'd like, if there's an alternative that exists, I'd love to do that, but there like, may not be an alternative that exists, so that it may just be the best option that is out there. Yeah. But like, if you kind of like, you're like, okay, I'm not gonna play with the aggro decks. I don't want to be stuck in Coin Flip Simulator. Let me go play something else. It's just like everything feels like a step down. It's just like, what do I even do? So yeah. Everything feels bad, I guess, is the TLDR. I've not tried Ursaluna Valiant, but it seems fun. But yeah, I haven't tried it, so I can't really give like a good take on it. That's alright. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Last time I like felt really uncertain about it's a tournament and hated the format, I sent Cloth. And I never got a chance to play it because my flight got canceled. But I was very unhappy about where that was. I don't like where it is right now. Yeah. Signing Cloth again? No. No. I can't believe I seriously did at the point where I was like, this is the best I can do. But it was. That was, yeah. It's probably a good thing my flight got canceled. That would have been a terrible turn. Y'all, it just is what it is. Not out here trying to be like pessimistic or anything, but yeah. Oh yeah, I truthfully have no idea. Like I played, let me pull up my list. I played Banette to big challenge this weekend, but it just kind of fell into like this similar kind of category. It's just like, it just feels like another mid deck. It just feels eh. It's like it's all right. But yeah, I played I can, yeah. I played Banat, and it's a cool deck, but it's just like your Ancient Box matchup's mid, your Guardian matchup's mid. Not your Guardian, right? Yeah, your Ancient Box matchup's mid, your Guardian matchup's bad, your Moon matchup's bad. It's just, yeah. And maybe you just have to come to terms with that. There's just not gonna be a deck that feels good, and you're just gonna have to just play something that's you're just gonna have to make the most of it. That might just be the thing. Like, I mean, I won the league challenge. I went 4-0, but like I'm sure my opponents could have played better. Like that was kind of the thing. Like, I got pretty lucky some of the games, and I know my opponents could have played more optimally. So I don't really want to be like, yeah, my opponent at this regional round 9 is gonna put 200 on their moon and not attack with it. So my Espathra can go counter catcher, knock it out, and I can go 2/2/2 and beat them. Like, it's just probably not gonna happen. So yeah, I really like Banat. Like, it's a very fun experience. Your matchups just don't feel the best. The consistency's not the best. They super random bees. I try. Ancient seems alright. There's just a lot of really mid decks right now. And like, I kind of like the Polish Banat list. It has the hammers and stuff, but like I knew at my locals there's gonna be people playing Ancient and Moon, and with hammers I'm not beating that. So I decided to just play the Espathra instead, which after like evaluating it, it seemed bad because like against a Moon player who knows that I'm playing Espathra, they just do not load up a Mooniac. They just swing with Baby Moon turn 1, KO my Shuppet with an energy, and I basically just lose instantly. So yeah, I don't know. Everything just feels bad. I don't. It's a cool deck though. If you're like not, you're just trying to have fun. This deck is W. But also like, if this makes sense, if you like this deck is kind of slow and inconsistent, and like when your core game plan is just like item locking for multiple turns, then starting to punch and do your attacks, like if you whiff those item lock turns early, it feels like you just have very little way back into the game. Like your bricks feel more punishing with this deck than most other decks in format. Like they just don't feel as playable than, I mean, like a brick with a Raging Bolt or a Regidrago feels. Like at least you can kind of play the game. Where like if your opponent gets 3 turns of items as a fully established board, and then you start like doing your thing, it's just like you're gonna be too far behind. So yeah. Make Ancient Box control. Yo, true. Just want to play tournaments? Well, I mean, I kinda can't do that. I mean, I'm not just gonna not go to the stuff that I booked because I'm not feeling great. It's okay. I mean, I don't have to play in it, but like I booked everything, so I'd be basically setting money on fire if I didn't go. So yeah, I could be like, screw this format, everything sucks, I'm not doing this. But like it's still Pokemon, it's still fun. Like it's not like it's out here and it's just like it's miserable experience. Like I'm like, it's still Pokemon, it's still alright. I mean, Tusk, maybe the move. Tusk, neutralization zone. Um, Guardy doesn't exist. You farm Bolt, you farm Zards are people net decking Tord. You farm Zard. You farm Dawn, Thorns. I could see I could see Tusk being alright, but it's like, yeah, are you seriously bringing Great Tusk? Sending Great Tusk for a regional feels like sending Cloth, not gonna lie. Like it's like, seriously, you're actually doing this? And it seems okay. It's just kind of a gimmicky deck. And Ancient Box plays one Tusk. I don't know. And I feel like the Banette like the Dusknoir version of this deck, like the ceiling is significantly higher. Like some of the combos you can make are pretty insane. But like, I mean, this deck has like the Guardy engine to kind of fall back on, so the floor feels like fairly high. Like you're playing a Gardevoir deck after all. And the floor of the Dusk deck just feels like it's just, it's like the floor is basically the ground. Like your deck just can just do nothing sometimes, and it's just like, because you drew your cards in the wrong order. I guess it's everything. You drew your cards in the wrong order, you lose. But especially true with deck is so bricky. It's like Ancient Box. You always lose if you miss turn one hit. I mean, yes, you're right. Don't have to remind me though. I'm gonna have to get the Liam Halliburton coaching. That's, yeah. Durant doesn't want to Mill doesn't want to read with Durant. You have to be that guy. True. Max out Aura, play Durant. Alright. I'm up for the challenge. Screw top 125. I mean, yeah, we'll just play Mill. Legends live forever. I mean, you're basically just all in on the mill game plan. You're not really trying to be an aggressive deck. You're just trying to mill. So, yeah, you're pretty much all in on one strategy, and it's fairly easy for a lot of decks to just play around it and be pretty fine into. Instant Zard for Baltimore. Incineroar is a very fascinating card right now. I like it quite a bit. I would be lying if I said I hadn't been messing around with it, so. But I haven't got a list I feel great about yet, so. Super interesting card, though. At least but like, for a little backstory, chat, I got one league challenge. I got a Shrouded Fable ETB, which is, the league challenge was free. Got a free Shrouded Fable ETB, and out of the ETB, I pulled the Alt Art Fez and Full Art Chorus. I was cooking. It was the greatest ETB of all time. It was wonderful. So now I have an Alt Art Fez that I can sell. So that's cool. I don't know. Is there anything else to yap about, chat? I mean, I feel like I've been listening talking for an hour about how I'm frustrated, so I don't really want to keep doing that. I don't know. It's Pokemon at the end of the day. It's fun. It's just, yeah. It's like, it's so much nicer. I mean, it's fine with like the format. Like, even the format's not the best. If you're not playing for anything, you can just do whatever the heck. Like, you can play your Great Tusk Mills, and you can play your Goldengos, and you can just goof off and not really care if you don't do the best. But it's like, when you're playing for something, it's just like kind of a whole different thing. It's just like, I gotta pick a deck, I gotta stick to it, I gotta get good at it. I can't just goof off. Like, all this stress of having to get ready in time. I mean, Free challenge? Bro, it was goated. Pull bling in first thoughts to sell? I mean, I can sell a 60, if it's like a $60 card, I'm fine with that. Send me a DM on Discord? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yo, that's some sauce. That is some sauce. No leaks though, no leaks. That's the Baltimore winning list. For sure. I like Coach Bird Control? No. I do play other decks in Pokemon. I'm not just a control one trick. I've been trying to beat those allegations for a while. But I'm not doing a very good job at it. And I'm not even I guess I am defeating the one trick allegations. If I'm not winning with control, am I a one trick anymore? If I'm not winning in the first place. I beat the one trick allegation. I became a zero trick. That's crazy. I'm sure that Ultra Fez will look great in my control deck where I have like a bunch of other bling, but like if it's like the one bling card in a deck, it just feels wrong. Like I'll just play mint rarity. The only I mean those prize foils they look nice, but like if you have like one shiny card, like the rest is mint rarity, it just feels kind of weird. Not sure it passes the vibe check. Yeah. I mean, I usually play with like the arts that like for like the trainers. I kind of like them to match some, so I play with the arts that I like. I do Lost in a coaching session or I cancel with you. That's a great question. I mean, I could help you play Lost Tina better. So I could help. So I don't like quad thorns, but I could help someone play quad thorns better. Like, sure. What's happening? We're just yapping. Go to all the yapping streams. So I'm washed. Yeah. I forgot the Pokeshark is just gonna win balls, so we're playing Lost Tina. I mean, I played a fair amount of Ancient Box, so I feel like I do have a solid amount of expertise there. I haven't played it a ton, but played a lot more than most other decks in the format, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like it's okay. It's just Pokemon. Am I messing with Galvantula when it drops? So probably. Yeah. But yeah, there's nothing else that needs to be yapped about. I might just call it a day here. Yeah. Kind of a disappointing last few streams of tournaments and stuff. Gotta get back on track here. Just be that way sometimes. Like we go on runs where we make our top 8 like 5 tournaments in a row, and we have runs where things go bad. It's best of one Pokemon. It's kind of a crapshoot sometimes. But today I could have played better. I could have won like 2 of those rounds, however, the game. So. Planet Noivern, space. There's so many different tech cards that you could play, but it's hard to make them all fit in the same 60 and also have a coherent deck. But alright. I am sorry for not playing my best tonight. Hopefully there still was valuable yapping in here somewhere. But yes. Yeah. Join the Discord, subscribe. Check out the links in the description too. Those help me out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with my yapping for a little while. Appreciate all you. I promise to be better. I'll stop being all out Mickey. But alright, y'all have a good night.